Alright, so I absolutely love this episode. Everything that it does absolutely perfectly. Actually, almost everything. We'll get to that in a bit. It's a very minor nitpick about the episode, but I'm going to leave that for the end, so I can get all of the good stuff out of the way, and there's a lot of it. Alright, so the main focus of this episode is the conflict between Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich. Pinkie Pie, well, it is a bit stubborn to give up her position as party pony, and, well, she just completely actually gives up when Cheese Sandwich arrives, and it's pretty much obvious that he can handle the job really well. Cheese Sandwich doesn't really care. He's kind of like that fine line between Pinkie Pie and Discord in terms of just crazy awesomeness. Cheese Sandwich looks like she can be the looks like he can be the like the antagonist to Pinkie Pie. But in actuality, Pinkie Pie is kind of being the antagonist towards herself in ways. She's being shown to have limits of her partying ability, and she learns that, well, she just needs to control them, just not focus on just partying, but just enjoying parties. Or now you know why this is called EHAN Rambles. Anyway, I think Pinkie Pie is probably the best characterization she's been probably ever. Well, for reasons I already mentioned, pretty much. She just loves to have fun. Anyway. Weird Al himself is just a joy to watch. I've been a fan of Weird Al in the past, just listening to his songs. It all started, well, for me, with Weird Al's American Pie spoof song thing, whatever you want to call it, and it pretty much grew from there. I mean, I forgot about him for a couple years, but now that he's back in action, I have been seeing Weird Al all over the place, and I really never, not just in ponies, but just in general, it seems like he's making a pretty strong comeback, and, well, I'm just a huge fan. Well, actually, not a huge fan, I would say. Just a fan of Weird Al. But I really like his stuff, so. But as far as the episode goes, he's just awesome. Just how he seems to one-up Pinkie in pretty much every way. It's awesome. The humor in the show has probably been, actually the best, period, just ever. I might be overlooking some incredibly crucial examples. Probably Games Ponies Play, with its numerous gags, comes pretty close to it. But for Pinkie Pride, I would say, just as a humor-filled episode on its own, I would say it just pretty much trumps. It just trumps Games Ponies Play in a lot of ways. It just had a bunch of great moments in the episode. Like that one part where I swear my brother and I were just talking about, oh, wouldn't it be cool if Weird Al were to do a cover on Pinkie Pie's Smile song? It happened. It happened. And I was like, yes. Another joke I really liked was, well, just the entire scene with the goof off in general. From Pinkie Pie first challenging Weird Al to the goof off, and then it actually happening. All of that. No, that's a lie. I love the entire episode. I could not find any faults with the episode. Well, again, I'll get to that later. That one tiny little nitpick. Tiny. Alright, so still on the humor topic. Pinkie Pie's face when she challenges Weird Al to the goof off. And then how Pinkie Pie pretty much throws back the I don't think so, I know so thing back at Weird Al. And it's just, the humor is timed perfectly in just the entire episode. And not only that, but I would say Pinkie Pie is probably the funniest she's ever been in a long time, if not ever. Ever. And I'm serious about that. And then we have that 5-10 minutes or so in the episode where Pinkie Pie was depressed. I actually thought that she was gonna do a whole Pinkamana thing again and just get all depressed and stuff, but interestingly enough, she seems to have some control over that, actually. As you can see, her mane sort of trying to droop down, but doesn't. And then Pinkie Pie just says, you know what, I'm making my return. Just triumphant. Come back. Feels are done really well in this episode. I can't really think of much else to say, otherwise I would be going into complete, just gushing territory, which I don't really want to. I want to remain sort of professional, if you can even call it that. But I'll get to the one nitpick that I had with the episode. The songs. They were great songs, just one problem. They weren't catchy, they weren't really memorable. Well, in my opinion at least. And this is coming from a guy who loves a lot of the songs on the show. And it's Weird Al. It's like, you didn't mess it up. You did not. You did a great job with the songs. It's just, you didn't really make them that memorable. I'm sure within a week that's gonna change. I'm gonna be listening to the latest remix of the song over and over and over, about 50, 70 times. But as of right now, the remixes, well, I haven't checked yet, but they're not out. So I'm not really that into the songs right now. get to making those remixes, and I will listen to it all day. I'm sure of it. I'm sure you will be able to make this episode just... This episode is already the best of Season 4. I would give it a solid 9.8 out of 10. Nothing lower than that. Possibly even 9.9. The reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because it actually has nitpicks. That's the only thing bad about it. I would bump it up just that tiny little notch once I start loving the songs, and then it'll be 9.9 out of 10. Still not my favorite episode, but definitely my favorite Pinkie Pie episode, and definitely my favorite episode of Season 4. I just love it. I don't even know how to explain it any further. I just love it, and if this didn't convince you, I just don't know how to put it into words. I'm sorry. I just love it. I mean, I'm sure that, like, Digibrony and Brony Curious are gonna do reviews of it, and then I'm probably gonna agree with every single point that they make in the episode. Oh yeah, one more thing that I forgot to mention. You know what? I think I've mentioned before that I don't really think that the keys is a whole prophecy or whatever. I'm starting to believe it now, honestly. We had Rarity, and Rarity takes Manhattan, and she got the rainbow thread with the eyes thing, and then the rainbow thread doing the rainbow thing, and then Rainbow Dash and Rainbow Falls with the rainbow eyes, and then the badge doing the rainbow thing. Now we have Pinkie Pie and Pinkie Pride having the rainbow eyes in the episode, and then having the rubber chicken do the rainbow thing, and it's pointing to something. Once I was definitely skeptical. I did not believe it for a second. Twice, I can see where they're getting at, but not really believing it still. But now, it's happened 3 times, and it's happened 3 times. I am believing it now. You got me, fandom. I just can't resist that anymore. Last note I want to make. I'm going to, since a couple people asked for my reviews of earlier episodes, and by some people I mean like 1 or 2. I actually have written reviews of past episodes from when I did that sort of thing, and I'm going to put them in the description for the video. So if you want to check all those out, and I mean there's a lot of them, you can go look for them. If you want me to redo an episode in a video form, I don't know why you would, but I would be fine with it. And if there's an episode I missed that you really want to see me review, then I will definitely review that. So that about wraps everything up. If you haven't seen this episode, how did you watch this entire review without seeing it? Go watch the episode. Don't waste time watching this. It's been going on for 14 minutes. You could have spent that time watching the episode. If you didn't watch the episode, what's wrong with you? Go watch it. It's great. It's wonderful. Not my favorite. Definitely in my top 3. Definitely. And this is not even an hour. Actually, is it? It's like... I'm wasting your time. It's been like 2 hours since I watched it. I finally calmed down enough to give a proper review. So, I'm not gonna waste your time anymore. This has been going on for too long. See you.